Are we excited? Yes, we are, because this is going to be the first time we're taking the papers for 2024. No other news but these. Welcome. Let's do the headlines now. If you're picking up a daily, these are the headlines you're going to meet. I'm going to be doing this not by myself, but I have, of course, Mary in the house with me. Mary, you are welcome. Thanks for joining.
Thank you very much.
Are we done with our tiff?
Oh, yes, we are.
Okay,
I just needed to put you in your place. What is it about men all the time?
Very quick.
Are they the only ones being attacked on social media?
Oh, Mary, calm down.
Let's move on.
Let's do the papers now, shall we? So I have with me a couple papers. I've got the Punch, the Nation, Vanguard, and of course the Guardian newspapers. Let's start with the Punch newspaper, which still has its very interesting rubric here, all designed in the festive colors. New Year. Tackle economic hardship, Nigerians tell the federal government. Let me turn this way. And Atiku manufacturers, experts lament economic crisis, want FG to tame inflation. I am aware of Nigeria's pains, difficult decisions taken to avert economic disaster, says Tinubu. Of course, we heard that in his early speech from this morning. Still on the Punch, Port Harcourt refinery begins test run. 12 states get supplies soon. What a relief it might seem. Nigeria borrowed $1.7 billion to boost FX inflow, says the NBS, and in play to Pope 6 divine help as military combs remote communities. At the bottom and under the festive photo stories for the first Monday of 2024, and indeed the very first day, celebrations as world welcomes 2024. UN seeks end to wars in 2024. Traders court count losses as police demolish computer village, POWA complex, and 4,504 medical laboratory scientists left Nigeria in 2023, says the registrar. 4,504. Wow. That is a huge number. That's manpower gone, especially from one sector. Makes you wonder exactly how that sector is doing currently in Nigeria and what to expect come the rest of this year, whether there are measures in place. I don't know. It's scary, isn't it?
You're reminded of the fact that the medical sector is quite overwhelmed at the moment. The reality is, before now, doctors were still even looking for jobs, and then there's also the issue of pay and all. But at this moment, I dare say that you need to be paying really well to keep a doctor. As it is, the government has already brought in retirees. They're being employed on contract basis to make up. So very soon, medical laboratory retirees will also start
welcomed back in.
Yeah, getting. So in a way, it's good for our parents, being that with the way the economy is, their pension is
I see why you're
barely
excited.
good enough.
Isn't your father a pharmacist?
My dad is a pharmacist.
There you
my
go.
mom is a nurse.
There you go. That's why you're very,
my dad going back into service. My mom maybe, but my dad, nah, I doubt it.
Yeah, well, these are realities that 2024 might bring. What other headline do you have?
I have the Nation newspaper here, and it says, Tinubu's pledge to Nigerians: expect a fulfilling year 2024. Economy will get a leap. Living wage coming for workers will secure our people. Akpabio, Abbas, governors, lawmakers, others offer hope in New Year messages. Here we also have how 28.78 trillion naira budget can impact economy, and that's by experts. Why we raise capital components. You want to read up on that if you're interested in that. Kaduna governor raises panel to monitor Tundumbiri intervention funds. Here we also have terrorists deposited arms ahead of attacks on Plateau communities, and that's coming from a senator. Father, son killed in fresh violence. Defense minister leads service chiefs to attacked villages. Up here we see factional speaker quits Rivers House of Assembly, likely to be chief of staff. Osun APC tackles Aregbesola over claims. Kanu okay with Supreme Court's verdict, says lawyer. We will apply for bail. And down here we see experts project 8 trillion naira 2024 maritime revenue. Alake, major leap coming for mining. Of course, when we talk about Nigeria getting better, people are also looking at provision of jobs, electricity being a major factor as well. So when you hear about things like refineries, mining sector being improved upon, the first thing that comes to your mind is finally a job for 1 or 2 people, or 3 or 4 people, or 500 people, because that's the essence right now. So many people are leaving the country because they don't have jobs, while those who do have jobs are also leaving for a better life.
Well, There are many ways you can look at this, especially when it comes to the maritime sector now being focused on, as it seems.
The mining sector.
Mining sector, 8 million naira to come into Nigeria. The question is, did I say 8 million naira? Sorry, let me go back.
Okay, you're talking about the 8 trillion naira
8 trillion, 8 trillion
maritime revenue.
Exactly.
Okay.
So when you look at that, you speak about jobs, but there's one thing that we always overlook when it comes to strategizing in Nigeria, and this is very unfortunate, and this is the infrastructure, whatever the apparatus is. If you're talking about maritime, what are the states of the ports like? The people, are they trained? Are they ready for 2024? These are things that we don't, take a look at first before making these declarations, it would seem.
I like the fact that you mentioned that, because when people look at things that are being used in Nigeria, the first thing that comes to mind is, how long is it going to last? You look at the trains,
Oh, very interesting discovery about the trains.
When you look at BRTs,
As we go, maybe before the end of the week, I'm going to give you my interesting discovery about the trains, only just over the past 1 week. But let's leave that for now, not now.
Okay.
Vanguard newspaper is what I have here. Big headline here. NLC, NEC, ALP, others fire National Assembly for raising 2024 budget by 1.2 trillion naira. That's on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper for this morning. Hardship, decisions I've taken in best interest of Nigeria, says Tinubu. And let's go on now. Increase in... oh, hang on a second. That's not a very important... There are very few headlines here for the Vanguard. Wondering exactly why. But I think it hits the major headlines just as we need to see them. What paper do you have as we move quickly on now, Mary?
Okay, I have the Guardian newspaper here, and it says 2024, Nigerians hopeful amid failed promises on lingering problems.
We are hopeful.
Here we also have NPAN announces changes in newspaper cover prices. Sterling Bank sets world record with Africa's first solar-powered headquarters. I know you read that in the Vanguard, but I'm seeing it in the Guardian newspaper now. Times are rough, but we must keep hope alive. Tinubu charges Nigerians. Why 2024 budget was increased by 1.27 trillion naira. There's an explanation given for that. Fresh plateau attacks claim 6 lives in Mango Boko's local government areas. Here we have tackle corruption and insecurity in 2024. Bishops tell federal government. Despite budget surge, poor funding still awaits education in 2024. Registrar confirms emigration of 10,697 medical laboratory sciences, which is higher than the number we even got.
Much.
Almost double, even if not more. Ogun community protests alleged forced acquisition of land by Chinese. Okay, a lot keeps going on about that acquisition of land, creation of fake products and all. I can only hope that this year the government looks into many of these allegations against
It's all about the processes. It was due process taken. Once those documents come out, we're okay, good. But yeah, that's as much as we can take. That was the Guardian you took lastly.
Yes, the Guardian.
Thank you very much, Mary. Always a pleasure doing this with you. And thank you, of course, everybody out there for staying tuned, or at least tuning in for the first day of 2024 to join us on Wake Up Nigeria. Those are the papers that you'll be meeting, or the headlines you'll be meeting, if you pick any of the dailies up. If you want to share your opinion, feel free to use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. We're live on Twitter, by the way, so you can keep your comments under there. We'll read them as we go and perhaps maybe even use them as discussion points.